So, welcome to Grumpy Vegan Grandad. This is a real off-the-cuff video that I'm uploading because I've literally got home from work and I usually sit down, have a look through some of my subscriptions, my YouTube videos, and I watched this one by Joey, and it's really sort of angered me. I'm going to play it now just to let you see what I'm talking about.
Here, the share milker grabs a steel bar.
You are the bully. If I caught you doing that, mate, I'd wrap that pole around your bloody head. Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Now, just when you thought the dairy industry wasn't disgraceful enough with its, forcible impregnation, baby stealing, just exploitation and murder, there was this that came out of recently out of a newspaper here called The Newsroom. Now, this was about a guy who was caught beating a cow, or like he likes to say, educating the cow. So this is a news article. Here's one from last year. It says this is a story. Northland share milker who was secretly filmed allegedly violently and repeatedly hitting cows with various weapons, including a steel pipe, has pleaded not guilty to charges. So he was facing 6 charges related to the ill treatment of animals. So this is important here. Footage of the alleged abuse was covertly recorded by farm animal advocacy group Farm Watch. So basically they've left cameras on this guy's dairy farm and he's beating cows with poles and bars. And if you see the cow's legs here in this photo here, swollen, this is one of the poles that he was hitting the animals with. Fast forward to this year, July 6, 2020, this article was written. Cow beating footage has been thrown out of court. What? So hidden camera footage showing cows being beaten with a steel pipe was deemed unlawful in court, but partially on the grounds it would encourage undercover filming in the future. How ridiculous. So here, look. Luke hit one cow in particular around the legs with a steel pipe so severely, both legs were swollen and she struggled to walk. Now, the judge has thrown out this footage used to convict this guy, or used in court for this guy, because she said it was reasonable to infer that if encouraged, this group could continue to gather evidence via trespass. Because they'd trespassed and gathered the evidence illegally, they couldn't expose another illegal act, which is a worse illegal act, which is bashing an innocent animal. Now, how backwards is that?
So, do I need to explain? I don't think so, but I'm going to anyway, I'm going to have a quick look. Let's see where this was. So, it was New Zealand. This was. Now, New Zealand do have similar laws to the UK. In fact, I think they're exactly the same. There's no trespass is not illegal. It's a civil matter. But this judge's decision to throw out a case because the footage was retrieved illegally. But is it illegal? Is it illegally? So they haven't broke any laws. All they've done is caused a civil offence by trespassing on property. But imagine if this was, in the UK we've had a lot of care homes and homes for mentally ill people exposed. Learning centres where people have gone in undercover, put cameras down, and they've exposed the abuse going on behind closed doors. Now, this judge, all right, it's in New Zealand, and I hope this never happens in the UK, because how are you supposed to expose things like this without secreting cameras, without gathering evidence somehow? They've not hurt anybody. There's no victim. There's no victim in this supposed crime of trespass and planting cameras. There's no victim there. There's no complainant. No one's been hurt. Because common law in the UK is if you harm or cause another person loss. So that means if you hurt them, murder them, or steal from them, that's common law. That's the basic law of this country. And it's pretty much the same in New Zealand. So there's no complainant. Now, it might be different if you're going in somewhere and breaking in and smashing windows and, you know, but trespass, going into a property, planting cameras, it's exposing something. And there's been a lot of things exposed in the past with secret cameras that could have carried on and on and on. And this is a very dangerous situation. Not just for humans, but for the animals as well. I mean, if our government were to lay a blanket ban on this kind of behaviour, we're screwed for any exposure. Your grandparents in the care homes, your mentally disabled son, daughter at school, where you're wondering why they're coming home with bruises. You know, just because it's animals, it doesn't make it any different. Because they wouldn't be able to say, no, you can't just go on farms. They'd have to do a blanket ban. You're not allowed to. It's not admissible as evidence if you go in and trespass and film things going on. Yeah, it's really annoyed me. It's really annoyed me. I just hope this doesn't happen in the UK. Because there's no other way to do it. There's no other way to expose this kind of behaviour. Because the minute you say, do you mind if we come in and film? Well, they're going to be on their best behaviour, aren't they? They're going to clean up. They're going to be nice to the animals. They're going to give them sweets and pat them on the head. And it's wrong. Absolutely wrong. I'm disgusted with it. I really am. It's so fucking wrong. When they've got evidence there that this guy beat a cow with a big iron bar. Just ridiculous. How can you get away with that? That's abuse. Doesn't matter how the evidence was got. The evidence is there. The evidence is there. What sort of judge can ignore evidence of abuse? Short video, short message. Dangerous times. If this becomes the norm, this is fucking dangerous. It's dangerous for everybody. That means we're left with whistleblowers. And there ain't many of them about because everybody needs the job. So there ain't many whistleblowers willing to come out and say, oh, they're fucking horrible in there. Because it means they lose the job if they get exposed. Grumpy Vegan Grandad. Quick video. Signing out.